Back home, the world seems small. Here, it has expanded.
I've been challenged and have grown in knowledge and in spirit.
I've been part of something bigger, something special.
Surrounded and supported by new brothers and sisters who were once strangers.
And my sense of community and my role in it has grown too.
Harding University, a community of mission.
What does it mean to be a Ranger? It means smaller class sizes, so you're seen and heard. It means graduating debt-free, like over half of our students. It means getting help when you need it through financial aid and scholarships, like more than 80% of our students. To be a Ranger, you're rowdy with excitement. To be a Ranger, you care about your education. To be a Ranger, you saddle up to a challenge and ride to success. Rowdy lives here. Rangers live here. Northwestern. Success lives here.
The GAC Sports Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the Great American Conference.
The final quarterfinal of Day 2 is about to get underway here in the Great American Conference Tournament. The 2022 edition, Northwestern Oklahoma taking on Harding here from Fire Lake Arena in Shawnee. Good evening one more time on this Friday. I'm Joey McWilliams along with Haley Tucker, Michael Westbrook as well. And it is a privilege to get to talk about basketball one more time today. The Rangers, the number 6 seed, taking on Harding, the number 3 seed.
I'm excited to see this matchup. You know, Harding is someone who's not a stranger to the Great American Conference Tournament. Northwestern coming in. They're really the underdog almost in every conference game, but I was talking with Tasha Dieselhorst, their head coach, just earlier, and I said, you really can't ever count you out. You're always there. You're always in the dogfight every single time.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams as we talk about Northwestern. The visitors on the scoreboard wearing the red uniforms. Starting lineup looks like this for the Rangers. Wearing number 1, a 5'6" freshman guard from Blanchard, Oklahoma, Carly Craig. Wearing number 3, a 5'10" senior guard from Okarche, Oklahoma, Kinsey Nieder. Wearing number 5, a 5'10" senior forward from Kinsley, Kansas, Scout Frame. Wearing number 20 is a 5'9" sophomore guard from Kinsley, Kansas, Josina Frame. And wearing number 30, a 6-foot senior forward from Enid, Oklahoma, Bailey Brown. The Northwestern Rangers are coached by Tasha Dieselhorst. The Harding Bison come in as the number 3 seed. Starting lineup looks like this. Wearing 00, a 5'7" senior guard from Joyner, Arkansas, Jordan Elder. Wearing number 1 is a 5'10" junior guard from Norman, Oklahoma, J.C. Evans. Wearing number 2, is a 5'5" fifth-year player, a guard from Great Falls, Montana, Hannah Collins. As we have the tip in front of us right now, we'll get to number 24 then. That's Sage Holly. Holly is a 6'4" sophomore forward from Memphis, Tennessee. Also in the starting lineup, number 14, a 6-foot sophomore guard from Zagreb, Croatia, Patricia Peric. As Harding gets on the board with a three-pointer from Jordan Elder, I will take the time to tell you that the Bisons are coached by Tim Kirby in his 175th season with the program. I made that last number up, Haley.
I giggle. That's just what I'm going to do.
It is his 17th season, but I was looking at that number and thought, man, that seems low.
But I believe we just had it up on the screen. This is his 14th berth to the GAC tournament. Harding just letting it fly here in the early going.
And you'd ask about that too. I mean, if you really want to know, since there have been 11 basketball tournaments for the GAC, Coach Kirby was involved with the men's team as well at Harding at one time. Near steal by Harding, and the Bisons do come away with the ball. In the corner, three-pointer. This one rolls out. Elder's not able to get to two for there. And so the Rangers will bring it up the court. Greg will slow things down. Pump fake and driving in. An opening there as Holly drifted away, but Brown can't make the shot. Bit of a mismatch on the inside between Brown and Holly. Different players may get that assignment on the 6'4" sophomore. Outside the arc again. Elder can't make that one fall. And rebound to the Rangers. Spin move will draw the foul, and Northwestern will go to the line to shoot two. Josina Frame with an opportunity to put Northwestern on the board.
Party foul number 24 with Sage Holland. First personal, first team foul. Josina Frame at the line, 2 shots.
Let's go over. Over.
Basket is good for Josina, by the way. Just in case you were wondering, she is in fact the sister of Scout Frame. Both made their way to Alva by way of Harding, no stranger to the Great American Conference Tournament. Made it into the tournament year after year, and never lower than a 4 seed. They're the 3 seed this year. Two-time conference tournament champion back in 2015 and in 2017. Nice look to the inside, off the glass and in. Great basket for J.C. Evans. That's her first 2 points.
And Joey, you're having to see this 2-3 zone for Northwestern. I know they're no stranger to the zone game, but really I think what's impacting that zone is all the length from Harding. They usually have taller teams, but you've got a 6'4" Frame in there with Sage Holly. Northwestern, Bailey Brown, barely makes it, I think, to about 5'10", 5'11" or so. So she's done a good job on her so far, but really having to pack it in. Harding's taking the opportunity from the three-point line tonight.
She's listed as 6 foot, Haley, but if you see her standing next to Holly, if Holly is in fact 6'4", Brown's numbers may be close to 6 foot. Foul, and Harding will go to the free throw line. Parrish on the way up. She was fouled by Nieder.
First personal, second team foul. Parrish at the line.
Crowd has shifted a little bit here in the building from the previous game. Had cheerleaders on both ends of the court there. It has a different feel right now to the contest.
So just a little bit more quiet here in the building.
A little bit quieter. Good crowd from Northwestern, making the trip down from Alva to Shawnee. A few folks from Harding here tonight as well. Holly stepping in nearly with the steal. Ultimately, Northwestern will keep the ball.
Nice ball movement there.
That one won't fall. Rangers get it back. Brown and up and in. Nice job with the rebound and put back for Northwestern. These two teams met twice this year, Michael, and split those games at home.
Well, they did, and it was a tale of two different games, that's for sure. The first one went the way of Harding, 61-39, and the second time around, Northwestern, not that long ago, 65-63 with the victory in that one. And going back to that first game for a second, that 39 points actually wasn't their lowest point total this year. They had a game where they scored 37, and then after that rattled off 7 wins in a row. So when they hit that low point in the season, they were able to ride the roller coaster back up for some wins. And That was the case the second time around when they scored just the 39 against Harding. They were able to pick up some big wins after that, winning 3 of their next 4 games.
J.C. Evans makes the move on the baseline, splits defenders, and will get the basket. An opportunity for the traditional three-point play. That won't fall, though. Free throw won't go. Harding still with a 6-point lead. Michael, I like it when it's 2 different games over the regular season. It's you see something different going on.
Well, it gives you the option that maybe you're going to see something even different in the third game.
Exactly.
Unlike some of the tournament games we've seen where it was just on repeat of the regular season games. That Southern Nazarene and Henderson men's game comes to mind. And, yeah, you get the option, the possibility of a different contest perhaps.
Evans misses the shot, and Holly's putback won't go, but she'll go to the line. But before she does that, we'll take a timeout. It's the media timeout here. Harding with a 6-point advantage in this GAC quarterfinal here on the GAC Sports Network.
My college journey allowed me to become a versatile musician, a well-rounded student, and a stronger person. My experience at Henderson State University is why I live ready.
Yeah, I've got choices.
I'm ready for my future.
Your future, your choice.
Harding Bison's gathering around Coach Tim Kirby. And I would say the 175th year if he was standing here looking at me. So
hey, look, I laughed at that.
Not good. I'm glad.
He would probably agree with you.
Haley laid out on you, but
yeah.
Well,
he might tell me it's a little low number. He might tell me it's 180.
Well, I was too busy trying to get my stats to work over here with our new statistician, John Chidester. I don't even know how to say his last name, and he's a SWOSU grad. So
we just call him White Cheddar, Haley.
Yeah, White Cheddar.
There we go. Glad we could get that in. You know, Harding not shooting. I really thought it was a shooting foul for Holly. It's the inbound play, and I think they like the result better. It's going to be 3 points, and Hannah Collins again. Oh, they say it's a long 2. Sorry. Nieder counters with a 3 on the other end.
And Nieder had a man on the inside wide open as a Harding player fell down. But yeah, nails the 3 right there. That was really needed right there by Nieder.
Nice. It's a play on words. We'll take it. Sure, it's not the first time that she's heard that.
Probably not the last time either.
Yeah. Collins again can't get the shot to fall. Holly comes away with the rebound. Parrott's shot just a little long. It's going to stay on the Harding end.
Camille Thomas, number 10.
Camille Thomas will check in now for Northwestern. And Harding may get the sub in here in just a moment. Thomas, a freshman from Plano. And for Harding, Lexi Davis, sophomore from Oklahoma City, checks into the contest. Pass inside to Holly, tipped away. Parrott stays with it, and there's going to be a foul. Fight for the loose ball. That foul's going to be charged to Bailey Brown. That's her second personal.
Yeah, that's really tough right there.
Dieselhorst does have a decision to make at this point here in the first quarter. Looks like she's content to leave her in. Scout Frame checks in for Bailey Brown. She will, in fact, give Brown a breather. Frame from Kinsley, Kansas. For Harding, it's Kendrick Bailey, a freshman from Hollister, Missouri.
I really hate that for Bailey Brown right now with 3:47 left in the first quarter. I mean, she's their leader. She's been there for 5 years now. Really tough loss right there for Northwestern. If you're a Northwestern fan, you're really yelling at the refs right now saying, there's no way that was a foul.
Brown third in the GAC in scoring this year, 18.6 points per game, fourth in rebounding, 8.1 there. And she's well up the Northwestern all-time list in both those categories. Near steal by Harding, fought for on the court, and tie ball is the call. The ball will stay with Northwestern.
Jump ball call, possession stays with Northwestern.
Backing down off the glass, shot no good. Frame had probably as good a look as she could get down there. It's tough to go up against some of those Harding players down low in the post. Rebound to Northwestern. Thomas comes away with a big one there. Shooting from the outside, draining the three for Northwestern is Kess Reeves. Reeves having checked in as well. Reeves a senior from Kingston, Oklahoma. And that was a big three.
Yeah, got her team to within 4 right now.
Parrish underneath, and she'll go to the free throw line.
And another upperclassman right there with Kinsey Nieder picking up her second
Northwestern
personal.
foul number 3, Kinsey Nieder, second personal.
And we still have 2:42 to play in the first quarter here. Two of the greats from Northwestern just having to sit on the bench for the rest of the first half here.
And for Northwestern, there's a Parent at the line, 2 shots.
I'd be surprised if it was the entirety of the first half. I think getting them out in the quarter for sure, but Brown stays over there throughout the entirety of the second quarter. That will be a tough situation. But you're right. These are two of the important players for Northwestern.
There are some coaches who will take that chance. Maybe you get your third in the first half, but I always played for coaches who said, nope, if you get 2, you sit down for the rest of the half. You watch your game.
If I remember right, and I could be wrong, I don't think I am. I think I saw number 12 sit down in the first half a time or 2.
You saw number 12 angrily sit down in the first half, maybe throwing a water bottle or 2. I like to play. I like to be on the court with my team, just like I know those 2 do as well.
Harding has Caitlin Birch checking in the game as well. Three-pointer attempted by Parrish and made.
Bailey with the assist.
First score a little while for Harding. Get the lead back out to 7 points.
Both teams shooting well in this first quarter. Harding 4 of 9 from 3, 44%, 6 of 14 from the field at 42%. Northwestern shooting as well.
Thomas, will they count it? They do.
It's a strong move by Thomas right there.
Camille Thomas gets the basket. She'll go to the line.
Foul number 13, Lexi Davis, first personal.
Yeah, Northwestern shooting now 41%, 5 of 12, 2 of 3 from 3. We've seen that really in these later games too, shooting well from the 3 ball. A nice change from yesterday in all the games that we saw yesterday.
3 points. She gets it the old-fashioned way. And so the 2 teams trade 3-point plays back to a 4-point game. Parrish, the crossover behind her back, give off inside. Nice drive for Bailey. Up and off the glass. Harding back on top by 6. Heads up play. Good job by Northwestern. Now the Rangers are being patient on offense, and I know that's something that you've talked about as well. No need to be in a big hurry, especially with Brown and Nieder on the bench. Josina Frame will go to the line to shoot too, as she moves and allows defenders to go through and steps toward the basket.
I really like that move by her right there. You know, a lot of the Harding fans behind their bench who do travel well here to the GAC tournament, but they wanted a walk right there.
We got 20.
It's just a really nice move.
There's a question about the score in between what's going on one side of the court and what's going on the other side of the court. Our score bug lists 20 to 15. There is question on the side that it may be 21-15. Maybe one of the free throws didn't get put up. And if they have that, we'll get that to you in just a moment.
3 seconds in the lane, call on Harding.
We'll be able to sort things out on the side over here in just a moment. Pass inside, nice look among 3 Harding players. And the Bisons are going to come away with a foul. And what an interesting pass. Looking inside, trying to get it in.
Harding foul number 13, Lexi Davis.
Great pass by Thomas just to get it in there. Rangers will keep it on their end. 19.5 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shot clock is off. Pass inside to Frame. Shot no good. Frame will get it back. This time it goes. 20 or 21 to 17.
We'll get it figured out.
We'll get it.
5 on the clock.
That foul happened, I believe, on the court. Now, it won't matter because it's going to be 2 free throws one way or the other. Frame picked up the foul, and really,
number 10, Camille Thomas, first personal.
I think Camille Thomas.
Camille Thomas, okay,
yes,
Thomas picks it up.
It's the right call. Northwestern fans sure didn't like it.
Kendrick Bailey at the line.
Got away before the buzzer. Let's slow down for a moment, Haley. Let's think things over for a little bit. Let's see if we can get this score straightened out. In the meantime, we will take a break. Harding on top of Northwestern, the 3 seed over the 6 seed. Back in a moment with GAC Sports Network.
Looking back, I think I was a little nervous starting college. But from the moment I arrived at OBU, it felt like home. I found new friends, we laughed together, studied together, and learned what it means to be a Bison. Amy. I got to know my professors and found out that they really care about me. I found my place at OBU.
Back home, the world seems small. Here, it has expanded.
I've been challenged and have grown in knowledge and in spirit.
I've been part of something bigger, something special.
Surrounded and supported by new brothers and sisters who were once strangers.
And my sense of community and my role in it has grown too.
Harding University, a community of mission.
Officials are reviewing things right now, and where we have heard more than one issue that there may be a free throw discrepancy, I think the officials are looking at whether a shot was a three-pointer or a two-pointer as well. In the meantime, Haley Tucker, we're talking basketball here. There's Coach Dieselhorst, been a part of the program there at Northwestern now, and she is in her 6th season with the program. She's really had a good run there.
Oh, for sure, yeah. In the state of Oklahoma, if you don't know who Tasha Dieselhorst is, you haven't been paying attention. Her dad right there on the sideline with her. We're getting an explanation right now.
We are getting an explanation whether a shot was a 3 or a 2, and they said it is a 2.
Well, we already knew that.
Joey's
ahead of the curve here. Yeah, come on now. Here on the GAC Sports Network, we've got it all figured out.
So we appreciate the official coming over and discussing with us about that. There is still a difference, though, between what is on the stats. If you are following this, by the way, online and you're following the stats, you're going to get a different number than what you're seeing on the video right now. It will be straightened out eventually, though. Jumper no good on Harding's end. And yeah, let me throw that out there really quickly. To go with your point. Coach Dieselhorse's family is long-time coaches. Her dad, a long-time fantastic coach in the state of Oklahoma in high school basketball. Her sister coaches as well, and she coached for a number of years on the high school level. I think she's done a fantastic job stepping in to the collegiate level at Northwestern and having all the ties. Let's talk about that for a moment. Having all the ties, not only to Oklahoma high schools with her family, but specifically in the western and northwestern portion of the state. I mean, that has to be fantastic for recruiting.
And there's so many good basketball players in that side of the state. And yeah, like you said, she really does have a lot of ties out there all over the state of Oklahoma, really.
Frame makes the spin move, drives inside, she's fouled, she'll go to the free throw line.
And I really like to see this. Scout Frame, not the tallest player on the court, but she's posting up hard down there.
Look at Northwestern's bench.
Scout Frame at the line.
Across the way, talking about what it means to be associated with an area for a long time. If you could see the top part of your picture, there was Coach Tim Kirby in again his 17th season with the program there at Harding, and it's been a part of not only the women's program but the men's program as well in his tenure in Searcy. A fixture there, and long-term tenure with the program is one thing, but tenure with the program and success with that program, a team that went to the Final Four in Division II just a few years back. There's Coach Kirby right now. Well, you want to talk about recruiting and the value that is there. Just Coach Kirby walking on your campus to get to scout one of the high school games in the Northwest Arkansas area or throughout Arkansas as well, it has to be big time.
You talk about that team. I played against that team. Just so good with the Sydney Layrocks of that era, Andy Haney's of that era. I mean, you just talked about some good basketball players there that Coach Kirby coached. Those two are it.
Collins got a little ahead of herself. Call for the travel there. And there's been no scoring so far here in the second quarter.
Well, there you go. And Bailey Brown back in with 2 personal fouls. So you were right, Joey. I'm just going to keep saying that. You were right. How about that? There she goes.
Brown can't make the basket, though. Nearly picked up that third foul right there. Three-pointer a little bit off the mark. Fighting for it is Brown and Frame, and Harding will pick up the foul. Well, listen, Haley, if you do say that a few more times, I'm going to go ahead and text my wife and make sure she's listening to the broadcast. Northwestern to inbound. And Frame finding a way to get toward the basket. They're going to keep it again, though, as this was blocked out of bounds. You were saying Frame, not the tallest player on the court. You're right. And as a whole, Harding players are across the board taller than the Northwestern players. So it's pretty much an uphill battle. Brown gets her defender up in the air, and the foul is going to be charged to Holly. Great move by Brown.
See, that's exactly what they need to do against that 6'4" Frame and Holly as she takes a seat for her second personal foul here. But you need to get her up on her toes or get her to jump, make that move around her, draw the contact. Hopefully you can finish the shot, but Bailey Brown gets 2 free throws here.
Holly takes a seat there, as you mentioned, with 2 fouls. She has no points. The sophomore's leading the GAC right now in 4 statistical categories. Double-double, she has 16 of those. Offensive boards, 3.7 per game. Rebounds, 264 total. And rebounds per game at 9.8 of those. She's also 8th in scoring. How big is it right now, then, that she's on the bench with no points?
Oh, it's huge, huge for the sophomore as well to be leading in those categories at such a young age. But, yeah, they really are missing that presence of the 6'4" Frame. I keep saying it, but it's so unheard of here in the GAC to be that tall in women's basketball especially. But, yeah, to miss her presence on the inside, it's huge.
Brown comes through with another rebound, looking ahead to Frame, tries to find the cutter. Instead, she'll take it in herself. Up and around Parrish, can't get the shot to fall. Pass just corralled by Harding. Audrey Isbell in the game now for the Bisons. Aubrey is a 5'10" freshman from Mountain View, Arkansas.
Hey, if we go 0, you're going to be high.
Nice cut through the lane. Basket's good for JC Evans, and she'll get one more shot.
Basket by Evans was good. But Rangers foul number 5.
That was a great look and a good move to the inside.
They're another one of Northwestern's key players. Scout Frame getting her second personal. So now you have Scout Frame sitting on the bench with 2. You got Bailey Brown with 2 fouls. And also Kinsey Meter with 2 as well.
Evans gets the rebound, takes it to the basket again. This time it won't roll in for her. Look down low for Brown. What a great pass by Craig. And our numbers, I thought were matching up for a moment. They're still not. We'll go with the numbers I believe that are on the screen in front of you. So 23-20, until otherwise noted, is the official score. Drains the 3 at the buzzer for the shot clock. How about that? Hannah Collins. And Collins with her 3rd three-pointer of the night. Collins with the near steal. Meter back in the game now. Thomas drives strong to the basket. Rebound taken by the Rangers. Looking for Brown, she'll make the move, splits defenders, and the ball rolls in. Bailey Brown.
I love the ball movement right there by Northwestern. I mean, to touch the hands of almost all 5 players. Bailey Brown going strong to the basket. Just love it here in March.
It's 26-22 on our screen. They're still working on things, and Michael, you might know something about this.
Yeah, that's correct, Joey. When they came over to tell you all, that's what they were reviewing. That shot in the corner was originally given 2 points on the scoreboard, 3 here courtside. When they reviewed it as a 2. What you're seeing on the scoreboard is correct.
All right.
And we're working on getting that situated on the live stats as well.
Was that the Hannah Collins 2? Is that correct, of Harding?
I believe it was. It was that long. It was, well, no, not Collins, because Collins has made all of hers behind the arc. But it was the long 2, and it was the one that we did watch. So Harding with another 3 points.
Okay, so just to clarify, yeah, it was Collins there. They ended up ruling that one a 2.
Okay, that was the, okay, you're
correct.
Right.
2 for
now
number 2.
I'm right here. There we go. Scout Craig, or Carly Craig. All right, now I'm done talking. We can be wrong and right here, Joey.
Hey, listen, we're gonna work it through this first half. We'll take a break at the intermission.
I just ransacked the whole broadcast.
I think
Back
you did,
to you guys,
Michael.
Okay.
I think you did. Look inside, shot no good. Rebound to Northwestern. All right, let's put a bow on it really quickly, though. Why is something like that important right now? That's 1 point in a game that has a 3-point difference. Okay, this is something that comes into play, and you don't want to as a coach. And by the way, Harding fighting for that point a little bit earlier as Brown gets the 2. You don't want to go and wait and decide in the 4th quarter, hey, we think you missed a point.
Yeah, exactly. And it, like you said in the previous game, it can change the dynamic of many plays of the coaches.
Well, Brown gets the 2 points. We're going to take the break. It's the media timeout. And guess what? We're going to reset everything and come back with the rest of the second quarter in just a moment here on the GSC Sports Network. Harding on top by a point here in Shawnee. And Coach Dieselhorst talking things over with her team. You know, she's getting a very good effort from them tonight, staying with this Harding team. I know in the second of the two games, Northwestern came away with a 2-point victory. That was in Alva. It was a big blowout. The game was in Searcy. This one on a neutral site. And these two teams this season playing on neutral sites. Harding is 1-1 at neutral sites. Northwestern 0-1 coming in. Nice shot inside. Caitlin Birch with 2 points for the Bisons. For Birch, her first basket of the night. Reeves comes up a little short. Kick out quickly to Parrish. And the look inside, the cutter again. How about that? Another layup for Evans, cutting through the lane. Her teammates are able to find her, expecting that run through, and Harding extends the lead. Brown, the pump fake, can't go anywhere. Birch stays with it, and her pass is a little high. Backcourt violation, goes out of bounds. Pick one.
Number 20 for Northwestern.
Both of these teams, by the way, trying to right the ship just a little bit, as each one coming in with a loss in the final game of the regular season.
Coach Dieselhorst just yelling at Bailey Brown right there on the turnover to just go score. Just don't worry about getting it out of the paint. Go score, especially when you don't have the 6'4" frame and Holly down there. Just go make a basket.
Three-pointer again for Parrish. Patricia Parrish with the basket. Harding lost to Henderson State in the final game of the season. That was on the road. Northwestern with a couple of losses, and both of them big losses. One at home to Southern Nazarene, 20-point loss there, and lost on the road at Southeastern, 31 points. Really, that was the game that got Southeastern even into the tournament. Northwestern keeping it tight here. Craig, high arcing shot for Carly Craig, and she gets the basket.
That was beautiful there for the freshman. Northwestern really needs a stopper here.
Evans tries the three this time. Long rebound, bounces around, and the Bisons will come away with it. Collins can't get the runner. Craig looking ahead down the court. Neither nowhere to go with it. She step back, tries the long two. And Parrish will come away with the board. Coach Kirby has been content to keep Holly on the bench throughout the remainder of the first half. This team doing well, up 6 right now. Shot clock winding down. Collins maybe better served to take that shot herself. It's an unselfish move. Evans.
Good hustle there.
Really winds up in the laps of the Northwestern broadcast crew. You're right, great hustle. And a turnover will give it back to the Bisons. Dustin Goodnow and Matt Adair saw their eyes get pretty big over there. Nice look. Good shot by the GAC crew there. Coach Dieselhorst encouraging her team, and really for Northwestern right now, you would think need to get a stop heading into the break.
Yeah, they do it. Steal for Josina Frame.
She takes it all the way down, looks inside for Brown. Brown is fouled, and she'll go to the line. Tell you what, Haley Brown has made the most of this second quarter and stepping in. Even with those 2 fouls, she's been very cautious and made some good moves on the inside. Hasn't put herself in a bad position.
That really speaks volumes to her seniority here on the team too, you know, making sure you don't foul on the opposite end. keeping your arms straight up. I know we saw that a lot in the Northwestern game on the men's side earlier, with a lot of foul trouble.
Brown makes both free throws. And Harding now, the lead is 4. I think that last stop may have been as big as anything. For Northwestern, you wouldn't want to go into the break trailing by 8 or possibly double digits. And now trailing by just 4. Try to hold them one more time.
Got 8 on the shot clock, about a 5-second differential there.
Collins makes her move, looks around, tries to find Burks. It's out. And it will stay with Harding. Shot clock is at 1, though. Shot clock did not reset. Holly checking into the game for the inbound play, I would imagine.
Yeah, look for them to just throw it up, lob it, tip it in. But she needs to be careful with those 2 fouls.
And she was a decoy. They get it into Evans, and she makes the basket. How big was that? Nieder at the buzzer. Count it! 38-35. What a series of events as the first half winds down. It's a 3-point contest as the officials review it. We'll see if it's a 3 or a 2 or how they count that. I believe there's no question she got the shot off before the buzzer if that's what they're looking at. We'll get a chance to visit with Michael and a guest here in just a moment. In the meantime, Haley, out of breath here. It's been a very active and interesting first half. Let's take a look at the stats here really quickly. Field goal percentage for Northwestern, shooting 40% from the field. Harding nearly 50% from the field, 6 of 13 from behind the arc. Northwestern winning the rebound battle, 22-17. You wouldn't think so with the height advantage that Harding has. Northwestern getting into good position, and neither team shooting particularly well at all from the free throw line. Let's go ahead as we have an opportunity now to throw it to Michael, who has a special guest with him on the baseline.
All right, thanks so much, Joey. Yeah, I do. Jeff Morgan here, the head basketball coach on the men's side and also the athletic director. Thanks for being on with us.
Yeah, you bet. Great time to be here.
All right, let's talk a little Harding women's basketball. Tim Kirby, the longtime head coach, got his team in a good spot here against a really tough Northwestern team. Year after year, we see the Harding women in this tournament.
Yeah, Coach Kirby does a great job. He's got a great group of young ladies that play extremely hard. I think that's probably the greatest characteristic they have in the time that Coach Kirby's been coaching the girls is just they play extremely hard, they rebound well, and they just play so hard.
You've been serving as the AD and head coach, what, 4 years now? Longer than that?
Yeah, 4 years.
Okay.
I think that's right.
I think that's right, too. I don't know. It just kind of runs together from time to time, especially the last couple of years. So tell us about what else is going on in athletics right now at Harding.
Well, we've got obviously baseball, softball going. Both of them are off to a great start. Tennis, all your spring sports, golf, everybody's off to really good starts this spring, excited about what the seasons, are going to come about for the spring for them, and just a lot of really good things going on, and so far a great school year. We had our bumps in the road with COVID and weather in basketball season, which we're not used to saying that this year, but I think the spring we're in great shape, and everybody's, doing really well.
I was talking to Al Johnson, the interim AD at East Central. He said he's done more maneuvering and scheduling than anybody should have to do. I guess you've done the same.
Yeah, you're used to it a little bit in the spring sport as far as weather, having to adjust a day or two or maybe a few hours. I think what we were having to do in basketball season this year was unprecedented. We've never had this many cancellations, postponements, I guess we should say, for medical reasons, and then you throw some weather on top of that. I know just our team, I know other teams had to do this too. We played 11 games in 22 days. That's quite a stretch. We played 6 games in 10 days. That's extremely hard on these young kids, and they enjoy it because they get to play a lot of games. But I think they did a great job with it, but it's tough to do.
How about the new venue at Fire Lake Arena here in Shawnee, and what we've got here going on in Shawnee?
Yeah, it's good. I think it's a great facility, especially on the inside. I think it's really good, and the teams seem to be doing well. So it's fun to watch. It's good to see some people here tonight, add a little atmosphere to it, and hopefully that'll continue to grow.
All right, well, I know you're up there talking to some other coaches, made your way down here, but you are a basketball coach, so what's the key in the second half?
Well, I think for our girls, obviously it's rebounding, it's inside play of Sage and some of our other girls inside. So far, we've shot the ball really well. Hopefully we can keep that going because that kind of surprised me maybe to start the game, but we shot the ball from 3 really well. Hopefully we can keep that going and defend and play hard like we do.
Thanks for coming down.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, GAC Sports Network coverage of the 2022 Basketball Tournament Championship. More to come in just a moment.
In high school, people described me as bright,
hardworking, and dedicated.
That I had a big heart because I care about people and doing the right things.
Now, everywhere I look, I see an entire community just like that.
Learning more,
doing more,
and caring more.
A community of mission, Harding University.
Southern Arkansas University feels like home and is dedicated to student achievement and developing a caring atmosphere both on campus and online. With more than 80 degrees in 4 distinct colleges and the School of Graduate Studies, SAU initiates new degree programs to fit the needs of career and professional trends of today. Visit us today and see why Southern Arkansas University feels like home.
How to spot a boll weevil. Boll weevils are a fascinating species. They're known to travel in packs, are highly intelligent, and can thrive in any environment. Each and every boll weevil is unique, and they have unique opportunities. But they all share one common trait. Every boll weevil has a bright future awaiting wherever they go. And that's how you spot a boll weevil. Learn more at uamont.edu.
The professors care and they go out of their way to make sure that you are going to succeed.
Hi, I'm Rolante. I'm a sophomore at Southeastern, and we help make this video.
We see you. Your incredible potential and willpower set you apart. You're first to take that leap of faith. First to get to work. First to solve the problem. No burden should be carried alone. We'll be there. Every step, day, challenge. First is your destiny. We get it because first is who we are.
Did you know
that 1 in 5 women are sexually assaulted in college?
That 1 in 16 men are sexually assaulted as well.
That only 13% of rape survivors report assault. That 8 in 10 victims know their attacker.
In the Great American Conference,
there are over 50,000 students with over 4,100 student athletes. In the Great American Conference,
it's on us to stop sexual assault.
Anyone can be a victim.
Everyone can be a part of the solution.
It's on me.
To give a voice to the voiceless.
It's on us.
To give hope to the hopeless.
It's on me. To take a stand.
It's on us. To make a difference on our campuses.
It's on you.
To take the pledge.
It's on us. 12 schools.
2 states.
1 conference.
It's on us.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, What is character, culture, and Christ? Creating culture. Certainly when we graduate students, they go out and they create culture in classrooms. They create culture in churches. They create culture anywhere they go.
As a student athlete, I've been challenged both in the classroom and on the field. Between the education that I've received and the relationships that I've built, my time at Henderson State University has prepared me to live ready.
Running outdoors, you got to take what nature gives you. We'd like to say we run when they don't. So we want to give you products to be able to run when you don't think you should run, when it's pouring rain outside, it's snowing. We're going to have products for you to get out there. You don't get better sitting on your butt not training. You got to get out there and run.
At Under Armour, it's always about premium textiles. They need to perform, they need to be the best. The merging of hybrid textiles with naturals and new seaming and bonding and super sleek, modern, fast, futuristic designs, that's where we are really going to turn it up a notch. If you look good and you feel good, you're going to perform better.
At East Central University, we educate and empower students to transform the world. We provide an exceptional hands-on learning experience with professors who really go that extra mile. East Central University encourages students to become who they are meant to be while making lasting memories. East Central University, welcome home.
What does it mean to be a Ranger? It means smaller class sizes, so you're seen and heard. It means graduating debt-free, like over half of our students. It means getting help when you need it through financial aid and scholarships, like more than 80% of our students. To be a Ranger, you're rowdy with excitement. To be a Ranger, you care about your education. To be a Ranger, you saddle up to a challenge and ride to success. Rowdy lives here. Rangers live here. Northwestern. Success lives here.
We have some Kenny Loggins here at the Firelink Arena.
Well, that's dating me.
Getting into the danger zone here. The danger zone has us in a three-point game with the winner getting to play on Saturday. In the meantime, we know what part of Saturday is going to look like. It's a danger zone for these teams in the semifinals. Southern Arkansas, the 6th seed, taking on Southwestern Oklahoma State, the 7th seed. That's a men's game. That starts at noon tomorrow. And you can watch this streaming live on the GAC Sports Network, GAC Athletics on YouTube as well. And then it's the top seed in the tournament for the men, Southeastern Oklahoma taking on Southern Nazarene, who got the win today. On the women's side of the bracket, well, we know two of the teams already. We actually know three of the teams already. Two of them right there. Southwestern, the #1 seed and top 20 ranked in the country, #2 in the region, taking on Henderson State. Henderson State getting the big win a little bit earlier today. The other side of the bracket, we may get a chance to see. In the meantime, we know that other side will have the winner of this game between Harding and Northwestern Oklahoma.
These two teams really battling it out here today. You know, we talked about it at the break. The first half was really quiet. It seemed really low energy, but then you got that spark of energy at the end with Kinsey Neer with that three, the little sneak layup from Harding as we get the highlights here. Seems like energy should be coming back strong.
Well, lots to talk about at the intermission, and I think both teams had a chance to go in with something. J.C. Evans, you saw her there. She was able to slip in, as you mentioned, get that two-pointer just before the end of the first half. However, with the Niederer three before the buzzer, that puts Northwestern right back in the thick of things, and it's a three-point game. Kess Reeves with a three there. Counter on the other side. Terich for Harding. Long-range shot. Looking inside for Harding right there. Isbell for two. And two more the other direction. It's fun to watch. It really was. Evans got her basket at the buzzer. Bailey Brown played with 2 fouls throughout the second quarter. Collins had 2 3-pointers and a long 2, which, by the way, that proved to be that point of contention, I guess, is really what it was.
You know, we're seeing a lot of makes here in these highlights, obviously, but there was a lot of makes in that first half as we take a look at the stats again. Harding shooting 48% from the field, 14 of 29, 6 of 13 from the 3, 46% there. And then Northwestern shooting 40%, 44% from 3. Just an overall very good game so far. I'm excited for the second half.
We saw that basket by Evans, and what an interesting play. I have to give so much credit to Coach Kirby then. On an inbound play like that, you bring in your 6'4" player who has not played for pretty much most of the second quarter. You think it's going to her on the inbound, and she was a great decoy and a nice pass into Evans. Good play all the way around. And of course, you saw the 3-pointer by Nieder just before the buzzer. So we've seen a lot in this game already. It's been fun, and we look forward to a strong second half. Again, keep us in mind tomorrow, day 3 of the GAC tournament, GAC Sports Network, GAC Athletics on YouTube. You can check it out there.
Yeah, and really the player of the game right now for Harding is Parrish, as she's shooting 3 for 4 from the field, 12 points, 3 of those 4 coming from the 3-point line, as you see right there, just nailing it time and time again. She's got 4 rebounds to add to her stat line, 2 assists, 1 personal foul here today. But just take a look, she's been open in the field pretty much all game, getting really what she wants. 3 of 4 from the 3 again. Excited to see what she does here in the second half.
What kind of adjustments do you make if you're Northwestern coming out? You got some points just before the break.
Yeah, you know that Harding's going to make shots. That's just what they do. They have a high field goal percentage every single game. But yeah, you really want to focus in on Parrish, make sure she's not getting the 3 ball as easily. Collins as well. And Northwestern on the offensive side, just keep doing what you're doing. Maybe get the ball inside to Bailey Brown just a bit more, get the outside shots from frame. Nieder with the 3-point at the end right there. Let her shoot from wherever, honestly, if she's feeling it.
Errant pass that time from Harding, and so Northwestern's first offensive look here in the second half. They have a chance to get within 1 or tie this one up. Nieder tries to pick up where she left off, can't get that shot to fall. So second half really underway now, both teams with a look. They have their legs underneath them. Holly back in the contest, but it's an opening on the left side of the lane, and Parrish takes it straight to the basket. Nice look, and a nice identification of the opening that she had. Craig misfires for 3, and so Harding with another chance.
And if you could hear Coach Tim Kirby on the sideline there when Parrish got the ball, she let the offense kind of move to the opposite side, and then if you heard him yell, "Go!" because she had a wide opening to the baseline for the left-handed layup there.
Keep going, Rita.
Holly posting up down low. And had 2 fouls in the first half. She had 4 rebounds, shot only 1 time. Collins takes it in. She draws the foul. So Holly, an integral part of this team regularly, hasn't been showing up in the stats yet here in this contest.
Bailey Brown, 3rd personal, team foul number 1. Hannah Collins at the line. 2 shots.
With 14, Evans with 10. Collins closing in on double figures herself. She has 9 after she missed the second free throw. Collins with 9 points and 4 assists. Brown, her shot blocked by Parrish. And the shot clock stays at 18. Northwestern will keep the ball. Brown gets around 1 defender, but Parrish says no with her left hand. Talk about the height of Hawley. But Parrish has a little bit of height as well. Skies for that board. Tricia Parrish, 6-foot sophomore. Brown denies the pass inside and comes away with the steal. Northwestern with numbers. Frame slows down back to Brown. Another block. Hawley was rather enthused about that block. She did it with 2 fouls. Taking a chance. And again, of course, that's part of the reason you're in the game. It's for defensive plays like that, so you have to take advantage of the opportunities. Thomas drives in. Shot no good. Northwestern still trying to find some rhythm here in the 3rd quarter. Brown gives Hawley a lot of room up the top of the key. And a steal taken away ultimately by Thomas. Here come the Rangers again. Looking ahead, Josina Frame has it. And she'll take it on the other side of the court. Not really a good pass, tipped away. Evans chases it down. Makes the move herself. Turnaround jumper, won't fall. Ball tipped away again. Harding getting hands out on defense and not giving up easy passes. Stepping in passing lane, but I think as important as anything, they're just reaching out anytime they have an opportunity. Step in there, knock it away. That shot is just a little short. We'll see subs coming in just a moment for both these teams. And a timeout taken. Northwestern takes that timeout. We'll see some subs come in just a moment.
36 timeout taken by Northwestern, stretched to a full media timeout.
Looking at some of the impact players for this game, Patricia Parrish, she has 14 points, matching the number on her uniform. Meanwhile, Bailey Brown, I think her play, I've been impressed with both of them so much, but that she stepped in, played effectively in the 2nd quarter. Parrish just has pretty much played with no abandon. She's just been out there, swatted at shots, taken 3-pointers. Brown had to play with a little bit more timidity, I think, with those fouls in the 2nd quarter, but she was still effective.
And that's what they really need from Bailey Brown right now here in Northwestern, as they are down by 6, 41-35 here in the 3rd quarter with 6:35 to go. They really need a spark plug here tonight. They got it from Bailey Brown. But then also on the Harding side, you know, you kind of see players who aren't that go-to player stepping up. Parrish is one of their go-to players as she has hit the 3 ball here tonight. We'll see how Northwestern's going to adjust here as Tasha Dieselhorse took that timeout.
For Harding, you've got a couple of players who are at the top of the league in scoring. Hannah Collins, 11th in GAC scoring, 14.4 a game. Sage Hawley, 15.9 a game. Collins has 9 points tonight, but Evans and Parrish leading the way now for the Lady Bison. Reeves gave up the close basket, gave it outside. 3-pointer won't go. Brown comes away with the board.
Harding foul number 30, Caitlin Birch, first personal, team foul number 1.
Coach Kirby looking down his bench. He's discussed some things with his team. Meanwhile, Coach Dieselhorst looks at her team right in front of her at the inbound. Makes her move and draws the foul.
Northwestern really having a tough time with the Harding switching on defense there.
Harding foul number 30.
He's really not getting a good look at anything, but I really like that drive by Bailey Brown to attack, draw the foul, get something going here.
Foul on the court, so it's another inbound. 2 team fouls against Harding here in the third quarter. Craig is open for 3. And the Lady Bisons pull down the board. Open on the other end, Jordan Elder. Same thing there. Northwestern pulls down the board. It's tied up. Possession arrow says the Rangers get it.
Jump ball call, Northwestern possession. In for Northwestern, number 5, Scout Frey.
Frame checks back in for Thomas. Illegal screen. The screen comes in.
Scout Frey. Third personal, team foul number 2.
Checks in and gets the foul just like that. Tasha Dieselhorst, the head coach for the Northwestern Rangers, again in her 6th season. And turned right back over. Michael, we've been watching a pretty close game back and forth, and through this third quarter, neither team here in the first portion of it able to get a foothold.
No, they really haven't. A little slow-moving game, which has given me time to peruse Wikipedia for a second. I wanted to tell you all that Parisia Peric is from Croatia. It's 4 o'clock in the morning there, so maybe her family is watching. You never know. We're going to say hello to them. But I was very curious by the fact that her schooling is listed as Roman numeral 3 gymnasium, Joey. That is actually one of the 3 areas of education. Gymnasiums, vocational, and art are the 3 types of education in Croatia. It's not what you think. A gymnasium education is for students prepared to go to university, go to college. How about that?
That is not bad. Well, we'll take
that is a fun fact on the GAC Sports Network.
It most definitely is. We'll take that one into break. We'll think about it and back in a moment here on the GAC Sports Network.
It's your moment. It's your moment.
It's your moment.
Rangers and the Lady Bisons fighting for an opportunity to take on Arkansas Tech on Saturday. The Golden Suns with the upset over second-seeded Southern Nazarene.
Joey, I'm taking a look at our stats here. Only 3 points scored in this quarter so far. Just over 5 minutes in.
It's funny, too. It's talking about the scoring drought for Harding being 349. The scoring drought for Northwestern is the third quarter.
Exactly, yeah.
Thought Brown might have that one. Not the case. Harding comes away with the rebound. And for both these teams, and it's okay to have a scoring drought every now and again. Both teams sometimes struggle like that. Birch, the ball went past her last trip down the court. This time she corrals it and is able to get 2 points for Harding. But you have to fight through that. Northwestern needs a point. Scout Frame not able to do it there. Brown with the rebound, knocked away, and last touched by Bailey Brown's foot.
Northwestern is really getting some good looks at the score here in the third quarter. They're just not falling.
Also with number 12, Henry Bailey. Number 20, Josina Frame for Northwestern.
Domino, good. You're the safety.
Harding sees Kendrick Bailey check back in. Josina Frame checks back in for Northwestern. High pass trying to get that to Holly on the other side of the lane. Won't fall. Evans has nowhere to go with it. And here's a double team. Around the horn, Parrish is open for 3 right wing. Good! Patricia Parrish
Bailey with the assist.
And Harding's lead is now double figures. 8-0 the run here in the third quarter. After Nieder's three-point basket at the buzzer right before the break. Parrish on the court working hard for that. That's going to get her teammates up off the bench cheering for her. The enthusiasm, the effort. Always what you like to see is players who aren't afraid to dive on the court to get that ball. Sometimes you almost want to just dive just to get your team fired up.
Bailey Brown going to the basket there. She was going to do that no matter what. It's a little bit of frustration here, but I like it. Taking it straight to the rack, drawing the foul on Holly.
Foul is number 3 on Holly. Brown has 3 as well. Craig makes her move off the glass. Won't get there. And Thomas will pick up the foul as Evans had good position.
Rangers foul number 10. Thomas.
Evans 5 for 10 from the field tonight. 6 rebounds. She has 10 points.
Timeout, Harding.
Harding will take a timeout now as they inbound. There's 3:12 remaining here in the third quarter. And it's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here as well. And we look over the day. We've seen some close games through this game. This one pretty close, but Harding threatening to pull away here as Northwestern just has been able to score here in the second half.
Yeah, they really are just looking for anything to give them some momentum. Maybe getting to the free throw line is where they need to start here. I would love to see a big 3 made by maybe Niederer, frame, either frame, I guess. But yeah, still sitting at a goose egg here in the third quarter with 3:12 left to play. Harding up 11, 46-35.
You know, we've seen Northwestern's men's team play today, Northwestern's women's team here in the nightcap. And Michael, I think for Northwestern, the fan base has been pretty good here as well, coming down from Alba to be a part of this tournament in Shawnee.
The longtime president of Northwestern is in attendance as well. Haven't had a chance to talk to her. She's way on the other side of the court, but she has announced her retirement after 16 years at the helm of Northwestern Oklahoma State. That announcement made a couple of months ago. 19th president in the history of Northwestern Oklahoma State. She was the first woman to hold the position as president, and we kind of look at it in terms of sports. I know there's so much more to college with academics, but she led this program into the Division II era for Northwestern Oklahoma State. So we're happy for that, as they were the 11th team into the Great American Conference. So we want to just congratulate Janet Cunningham, Dr. Janet Cunningham, on a great career, and well wishes into her retirement, which will be on June 30th of this year.
Very much so. Very much so. Glad she's able to be here tonight, too, to watch all that's gone on today. Evans driving in, and Evans with 2. Casey Evans now with 12 points on the night to go with 7 rebounds. And the Harding lead 13. Brown tries a 3-pointer. Had a good look, couldn't get it to fall, and the Rangers can't bring in the board. It's a frustrating quarter for Northwestern here. Harding really has just taken care of business. You know, we say that sometimes as Brown picks up her 4th foul. We say that sometimes about a team like, for instance, both the top seeds take care of business against the number 8 seed in the tournament. In this case, Harding's just doing what it does, coming down, getting some points, trying to play some solid defense. Not at the office, really.
I was about to say, they always just stay really solid, especially within the GAC tournament.
And Sage Holly is on the board tonight. It's the 5th foul in the quarter, which allows Holly to shoot 2 free throws. She gets them both. Sage Holly's first 2 points tonight come from the free throw line. Foul as Nieder was trying to cut through. And that foul will be charged to Kendrick Bailey.
First personal, team foul number 4.
ISO! Help us cut! Screen the flex!
Evans and Frame fighting for it as it came near our bench here.
Let's go, Bud. Come on, Bud.
Cameras and monitors are all right.
I think they're fine. It's the most action we've seen here tonight in the third quarter.
Frame from long distance, and it will hit the baseline. Northwestern comes up empty once again. Harding's extended what was a 3-point lead at the half to 15 now. And looking to try to get into a matchup with their arch rival. Semifinal Saturday begins at noon tomorrow as Evans holds onto the ball, trying to find someone to give it off to. Shot clock running down now. Elder kicks outside. The three-pointer, no good by Kendrick. And Nieder's shot misdirected. Parrish got a hand on that one too. She's been everywhere. And Parrish with a board. Right place, right time. I believe that foul will be charged to Nieder. It is. I know that many of these players have teams that are in the high school playoffs right now, so many of them. I'll mention Nieder's right now because Okarche is in the state tournament in Oklahoma. Okarche fell in the state semifinals today.
That's a sentence you say every single year, I swear.
What, trying to?
No, Okarche in the state tournament.
Yeah, okay, there we go. That's you're exactly right. I was thrown off just a little bit.
It's getting late here, Joey. That's it.
Okarche is a frequent member of the state tournament. Parrish will take a seat right now. Birch comes back in. Less than a minute remaining in the third quarter. Northwestern needs points. Reeves is checked back in for the Rangers as well. She can shoot from outside the arc. Craig tries one. That's a little short. And Evans with the board. And Harding's just going to slow this thing down, take some more time off the clock.
Joey, we might need to look at this, but I don't know if we've ever had a scoreless quarter here in the GAC.
Yeah, in the tournament. I've seen it before, but I don't know if it's happened in the tournament. And Evans is favoring her left leg right now. Collins with the basket. Evans is going to make it slowly down the court. She may need a breather. Craig taking it to the basket. It will not fall. Birch with the board. And I thought Northwestern would get points right there at the very end, but it happened for 10 minutes. Northwestern unable to get a basket to go in. A 15-0 run in the third quarter for Harding, and they will take an 18-point advantage into the fourth. You're watching quarterfinals of the GAC tournament here on the GAC Sports Network.
When you think about college, it's easy to think of intimidating things.
Like the large campus and classrooms, big books, and big tests. But when you get here, you realize that it's not just about these things.
It's about the people.
The people who pushed us to succeed.
Those who struggled and achieved with us.
It's about finding our place.
And living and learning with people who care about you.
This is home.
I've heard people say Ouachita,
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita. Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Northwestern has struggled, and we see that there. No points in the third quarter. And we talk about these things, Michael, and I know that, you know, rarities happen. Things happen that we haven't seen before. Every year we get to see something new and different. This may not be something we necessarily wanted to see. Michael, have we seen this before?
Well, Haley had questions, Joey has questions, and we've got answers for you. So thanks to Eric Moyer for the nod on this one. Fourth time a team has actually allowed 0 points in a quarter in GAC history. It has not happened in the tournament, and the last time it happened, Henderson held Southern Arkansas scoreless November 29th, 2019. And so 4 times it's happened in the GAC history.
And by the way, for clarity on that too, I think something needs to be recognized. Going back to the quarter division of time in a basketball game in women's college basketball, that has just been fairly recent to go back to that. It used to be halves for a number of years. It was quarters back into the 80s when college basketball, men and women alike, went to 2 halves instead of 4 quarters. And just recently changed back for the women. The men still play 2 halves.
Right, Joey. So obviously 10 minutes, you know, less time than 20. But for Coach Dieselhorst on the sidelines, that felt like 20 minutes.
Oh,
she
sure.
had a huge exhale and just kind of looked at her team for a moment. Didn't really have much to say and kind of stood there for 10 or 15 seconds and then finally went to the huddle.
I'm not sure what you can say at that point in time.
There's not much.
Look inside, frame turnaround jumper, will not go. Brown put back, finally. Bailey Brown puts her team on the board for the first time in the second half. A scoring drought of more than 10 minutes, close to 11. Frame with a steal, Reeves comes away with it. Northwestern with numbers. To Brown again, she's fouled as she went up, and she'll have an opportunity to shoot 2 free throws.
I like this change in defense by Northwestern here to go to more of a trapping zone. Make Harding a little bit uncomfortable here as they settle in with that 15-0 run that they had in the third quarter.
Bailey Brown at the line.
Notice for Northwestern, the free throw shooters are pretty much on their own every time Coach Dieselhorst takes opportunities. The free throws is almost timeouts to get to talk things over with her team. You saw there Brown with 15 points and 11 boards on the night. Solid outing for her. Holly, hook shot from 7 feet, no good. Harding staying in the man defense. A sprain, drives inside, gets the basket, she'll go to the line.
Basket by Scout Friend is good. Harding foul number 32.
Puts the Rangers back to within 13. And an opportunity on the line to add, or to take away from that deficit a little more.
Scout Friend at the line, watch out.
I think for Coach Dieselhorst and for the Rangers at this point, you'd almost have to say the worst is over. I mean, realistically, you go more than 10 minutes on the clock without scoring. You weather that as best you can. Still have 8 minutes of game time to play. Get a stop here or there and see if you can make another basket or 2.
And honestly, Joey, going 10 minutes without scoring and only being down 12 here in the fourth.
Exactly.
It's not that bad.
It is really not.
Could have been a lot worse.
Against what is a very tough Harding team.
Yeah, that third quarter. So going into the third, Northwestern was sitting about 40% shooting, now at 28% shooting. Just dwindled there in the third.
Frame cuts, goes around, tries a reverse, no good. Shot blocked underneath by Brown. And Craig chases it down, and Nieder will pick up the foul. Loose ball, Northwestern couldn't contain it. And Nieder with another personal, her fourth. Just the first team foul against Northwestern here in the fourth quarter. Josina Frame closely up against Collins. Guards pretty tightly. There's that second team foul pretty quickly.
Team foul number 2.
I don't know if you noticed, Coach Kirby has his own special seat. He takes that on the road with him. Road games as well. Has a little stool that's over there that's particularly his. Evans steps inside. She looks like she's running okay now here in the fourth quarter. And there's a timeout. Northwestern will take that timeout.
30-second timeout.
Keep it right here as we talk about the GAC here now, winding down day 2. Joy McWilliams along with Haley Tucker and Michael Westbrook. And for either one of you looking at this right now, heading into semifinal Saturday, is there a particular matchup that either one of you are looking forward to seeing?
Well, you know, I'm taking a look here on the women's side. If Harding does advance, you know, we always like to see the matchup between Harding and Tech. But also I'm interested to see my alma mater, Southwestern, and Henderson State. Henderson State, a tough team there. Southwestern came out firing in the first half last night against Southeastern. But also I would love to see tomorrow Southeastern and Southern Nazarene men play. Southeastern really came out firing as well as the #1 seed. They did their job there. And then the battle of the underdogs, we talked about that in Southern Arkansas and Southwestern for the 2:15 game here right on the GAC Sports Network. We hope you join us. But yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow.
I think that's an interesting one. I think the battle of the lower seeds there in Southern Arkansas and Southwestern Oklahoma, I think that's a big one. That one's going to be fun to watch.
Joey, I might have been looking at the first game of the 2020 tournament, which featured #7 Arkansas Tech and #2 Harding. And the women's side, it was Tech with that 2-point win. So I was curious to maybe see another matchup of Arkansas Tech and Harding.
That may be what we're looking at, as Harding has a 14-point advantage with 7 minutes remaining, but Northwestern with time on the clock to try to take this one back. Harding gets the stop, though. If you're Northwestern, you know, coming out of the timeout, you really needed points there. You don't want to come up empty like that. Collins, a long shot, and she chases down an even longer rebound. Molly posting up down low. There's Evans on the high post and kicks it out. Parrish, why not? Drives the left baseline and the little floater with the right hand. What a night for Patricia Parrish. 20 points and 7 boards. Evans tied that up with Brown inside. Will stay with Northwestern.
Quincy Dixon, number 33, in for the Lady Rangers.
Mentioned Brown, 4 fouls. Nieder also has 4 fouls.
Sophomore Kinsey Dixon with the travel, but her first minutes
That's right.
tonight.
Dixon checks in. And by the way, let's go ahead and get the other side of that Class A state semifinal bracket just to let you know. Class A girls, Okarche lost to Hydro Eakley today in the state semifinals. Kinsey Dixon's from Caddo, and unfortunately for Northwestern players, Caddo lost to Sealand on the other side of the Class A state semifinals.
Hey, Haley, Joey won't do it himself, so I'm going to do it for him. Let's plug MidwestSports.net and OklahomaSports.net real quick, because he's dropping in some high school scores, and He keeps up to date with all of that on his websites. He covers college and high school games better than just about anybody, maybe anybody. Yeah, let's say anybody in the state.
Well, thank you.
So check it out, oklahomasports.net, everybody.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Michael. And it's interesting, but you see the ties here tonight with, Okarche and Caddo making it that far. And why do we bring that up? Because players like Kenzie Dixon and players like, Kinsey Meter, these are good players. They come from great programs. And Oklahoma and Arkansas have some fantastic girls basketball programs.
Starting foul number 24, Sage Holly, fourth personal, 14th foul. Charlie Craig, number 1, in for Northwestern.
Midpoint here in the fourth quarter.
Scout Frame at the line.
And Northwestern had gone from a 14-point game to a 20-point game after an 8-0 run by Harding. 12-point game to 20, actually. The best thing could happen for Northwestern was to get points while the clock was not moving. They get 2 more right there.
Number 10, Camille Thomas.
Spring takes a seat. Thomas will check back in.
Henry Bailey, number 12, in for Harding.
But you can't afford to give up another run, and that's where we are. Nice pass inside. Elder is there. She'll kick it back out. Plenty of time for Harding to work the ball around. They're content to take some more time off with the big lead. Parrish running jumper won't go. Rebound Thomas. Frame driving, and Collins near block. Official says it's a foul.
2, Hannah Collins, second personal, team foul number 4.
Kirby, as you can see, you can see through the crowd, he's in disbelief.
Number 15 foul.
And Josina Frame back to shoot again. 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
Josina Frame at the line.
Lock out, press.
He makes the second of 2. Northwestern, and you think that there's still a chance in this one, which after a pass that goes over Sage Holly's arms, I think you still have to work like you are. I don't know if it's almost time to foul. Maybe try something here. Can't wait till the last minute, down 20 points, but there's still a chance. Brown lost it. Craig will get it back. Drains the 16-footer. 5 quick points for Northwestern. Parrish has an easy trip to the basket. Harding not choosing to go with the time running off the clock there. Parrish just goes ahead and takes that one to the house. I think you have to at that point. Brown, the move around Holly, can't get the shot to fall. You know, when you mentioned ride, Rangers ride, it's been quite a ride for Bailey Brown in a Northwestern uniform. You mentioned early an integral part of this program for so many years, and she's well up the list.
Rangers foul number 10, Camille Thomas, foul number 3. Stacey Evans, number 1, and for Harding. And for Northwestern, number 5, Scott Frank.
Coach Tasha Dieselhorst earlier, she made the joke about Bailey Brown saying, you know, Bailey played with me, or played against me, and I'm long gone graduated, but Bailey Brown's still on the court fighting for her team. She might be almost 30 years old or so, but she's still out there. But yeah, we've talked about that a couple of times with the COVID year. We're not sure who's staying, who's going. As Meter takes a 3.
Can't get the board. Time ticking down. Well, we'll see a player here tomorrow for Southeastern Oklahoma. Bobby Johnson is at Southeastern, and he really is there. This is his 7th season to be there in Durant.
Yeah, I believe he was a freshman when I was a senior in high school. I believe that might be a fact.
That may actually be right. Those numbers may be right. Evans looks down low. Basket good for Sage Holly.
But you got another one with Adam Dworsky, Player of the Year on the men's side. He's been there for quite a while too.
Brown around, reverse, can't get that one to fall either. And it's just been a tough night for Northwestern. Meanwhile for Harding, looking to advance once again. Nice pass. The last trip down the court, it was Evans to Holly. This time Holly to Evans. Each one gets a basket and an assist, and Northwestern will take a timeout for just a moment. And for Harding, again, the number 3 seed, advancing on to the next round once again. Coach Kirby has had such a great run with these Harding Lady Bisons.
He always has them prepared year in and year out, especially here in the GAC tournament. You expect to see the Harding Bison moving on to the semifinals into the final day on Sunday. I mean, it's rare that you don't see the Harding Bison on a championship Sunday here at the GAC.
11th GAC tournament appearance, which means that they have been a part of all 11 Great American Conference tournaments. Never been lower than a number 4 seed. Twice before the number 3 seed, including 2021 and 2013. 15-8 overall in the GAC tournament, which means they've won 2 tournament championships. Those were in 2015 and 2017. And Northwestern bringing some new players into the contest. Kenzie Dixon checking back in for Northwestern. Carly Badley as well. Jill Thomas also in the game for Northwestern. Jill Ingram, excuse me. Minute and a half left. Parrish, short jumper, no good. Ingram with the board. Badley off the glass and in. Carly Badley for 2.
Basket by Carly Badley. Substitution timeout for Harding.
Northwestern sends Zoe Garnett in.
Brooke Bradley, number 21, in for Harding.
And Brooke Bradley checks in for Harding. Aubrey Isbell also checking in for the Lady Bisons.
1 minute remaining.
Trying to get a couple of passes in. Elder tries the 3, no good. Isbell fights for the board, and we have a jump ball. It's going to stay with Harding.
Jump ball call. Session stays with Harding.
Kendrick Bailey and Lexi Davis checking in now for Harding. Bison content to move it around. Coach Kirby wanted a couple of extra passes. Shot clock down now to 7. Need to get a shot off. Jumper from the left side. That one's no good for Bradley. And Northwestern with the board. Shot clock is off. Ingram. Nice look inside to Thomas. Lets defenders go by and makes the basket. Camille Thomas with 2 more. And the Rangers up to 50 points on the evening. Clock ticks away, and the Harding Lady Bisons will advance and move on to semifinal Saturday, and they have a meeting with their arch rivals in Arkansas Tech. Tell me if you've heard this before, Haley. Arkansas Tech and Harding are going to meet in the GAC tournament. We look at the final stats as Harding with the 17-point victory tonight. Shot 44% from the field, held Northwestern to the field. And by the way, 28.8% from the field shooting for Northwestern. If you consider that they did not make a basket in the third quarter, it's really the rest of the game, they had a pretty fair game. It just didn't work out well in that third quarter. The zero there was just too much to overcome. Harding wins the rebounding battle 43-40. And we look at the play tonight, leading scorer tonight, Patricia Parrish with 22 points, 18 points for J.C. Evans, and Bailey Brown led the way for Northwestern with 15 points. And we throw it to Michael, who has a chance to visit with one of those two leading scorers for Harding.
That's right. Thanks, Joey. J.C. Evans is here with me courtside, 18 points and 10 rebounds. How did it feel out there today to get the win?
You know, it was really exciting. I just think that we were right from the start. It started with practices this week, and even our shoot-around this morning, everything just felt right, and that's what prepared us to win this game.
How about the defense? You hold Northwestern scoreless in the third. Were you aware of that?
But that's what you need to do to win. They're a good team, and that's just what you have to do in the tournament.
So tomorrow it's Arkansas Tech and Harding. That's a classic matchup for those of us that have been around a long time. What do you think about that?
For it, the last time we played them didn't go well, so I'm hungry for a win with them.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, J.C. Evans, 18 points, 10 rebounds. Joey Haley, back to you.
Solid double-double for J.C. Evans. And Haley, when you look at her play, and we're seeing some of that right there, some nice highlights tonight. She had her own highlight reel. I mean, it was a great night for Evans.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And a great night for Parrish as well. I mean, when you talk about all of the Harding players here, just everyone had a really solid night. You know, they shot so well from the field, almost 50% or over 50% right there as they take on their rival tomorrow at 8 p.m.
Final quarterfinal in the books now, a 17-point victory for Northwestern. And again, you mentioned they get Arkansas Tech, got the upset win yesterday, a 2-point victory in the final seconds of that one. Well, Haley, it's been a fun 2 days here. I know there are 2 more days to go, but we've had some great quarterfinals here from Shawnee. It's Fire Lake Arena, and we will be back on Saturday with the semifinals. Our final quarterfinal of the game sees Harding with a 17-point victory over Northwestern Oklahoma. I want to say thanks for watching us for Thursday and Friday, and be sure and stay tuned. Saturday and Sunday are on the way. Automatic bids to the NCAA tournament on the line. For Michael Westbrook and Haley Tucker, I'm Joey McWilliams. God bless you. Have a great night.